Hi Virgo, welcome. So Virgo, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading. So yes, let's go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating on the energy before starting the video, I was getting a really specific nursery rhyme. I don't even know if it's technically a nursery rhyme, but it reminds me of like a childhood song, and it is this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So that nursery rhyme could be something familiar to you, or maybe it's just time to shine bright like the diamond you are, Virgo. I mean, who knows? Take it or leave it. But your first card out is Sagittarius. Now that could be somewhere in your birth chart, or it can just be the influencing vibes. And this is talking about very like philosophical energy, very I was gonna say well thought out, which is not typically what I get with this card, but I want to say there's something that is well thought out about this time frame, or well thought out about maybe you or your energy. You do tend to be a very detail oriented, thoughtful zodiac sign, and so I feel that coming to the forefront here as well. But this also talks about being happy-go-lucky, being more adventurous, being really honest with yourself and others, experimenting with new parts of yourself or with new things, and a little bit of risk-taking. So let's see what we have coming through for you, Virgo. You also have the card of rebirth, the card of experiencing, and the card of participation. So again, I feel like your network is being highlighted here, group activities, gatherings, family, outings, things of that nature all being highlighted. And it's all about your rebirth, your experiencing of something new, okay, on the horizon. It's like an opportunity for you to, I guess, begin anew, which is interesting because I got that same or similar message in the Libra reading. If you are connecting with Libra or have that in your chart, you might want to check that out. So yes, let's go deeper, Virgo, and see what else we have coming through for you. I'm actually feeling these cards, so we're going to give them a whirl. But yeah, that's that nursery rhyme. Don't be surprised if you randomly hear that. This little light on mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Is that like a churchy song? I don't know. Let it shine. Anyways, okay. Three of Cups, the Devil, the Three of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is you standing in your truth here, Virgo. And it's about like knowing who you are and knowing your worth, and standing in that energy being so helpful to you during this time frame. There seems to be like some future planning going on, or thinking about your future, where you want to head in your future, what would make you feel the best, and also established as well. So I feel like it's important for you to feel like you've established something with your life, or so for some of you that you're part of some sort of establishment. So I feel that coming to the forefront as well. When it comes to relationships, I feel like there's a little bit of a toxic energy here showing up, like is kind of like obsessive nature, or this fixation that you may have. It's something within you that needs to be looked at, Virgo, and this may be the time frame that you're doing just that. So let's see what else. Some of you are like obsessing over the details of like how something is going to come together in the future, so much so that you're introducing resistance into your energy, right? So it's like one thing to plan out your future, or to imagine, you know, how you would like things to go. But a lot of people insert worrisome thoughts when they think about the future, for whatever reason. And I do feel like you're a sign that tends to worry a little bit more than the other zodiac signs. So be careful about pre-planning worrisome events, right? Like don't be destining yourself to that. Is that even a word? Predestining, really, Dana? Pre-carving out, pre-planning something you don't want, right? Because you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So if you're thinking about your future and all you're thinking about is the things that could go wrong, or like the worrisome things, you are literally planning for the worst. Okay, which does not serve you, does not need to happen, and you can pull away from that energy whenever you want, because you're a creator with free will and you control your thoughts. Vice versa, if you're thinking about your future and it's the things that you want to happen, all the things that could go right, and it's filled with imagination and joy, keep thinking those thoughts, because you are imagining for yourself a better experience, which if that's what you give all of your focus to, or at least most of it, then that's what you can expect. You get what you think about, guys. This is a real thing. Test it out. Law of attraction is always in place, just like the law of gravity. And as you get more aware of your thought processes, the better your outcomes will be, right? So don't be letting yourself think about a future event in a negative way, right? Let it unfold naturally. So let's see what else we have coming through. Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, the Magician, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely something gnawing at you, or like there's this tension build up here in the energy, and I feel it coming through on in the emotions, obviously, but it may manifest into an actual conflict if you don't get ahead of this energy, right? There's something you need to make peace with in yourself, or it will become bigger, right? When we don't resolve the drama within ourselves, when we do not resolve the war within, then it becomes, you know, a war outside of us, so to speak. So it's like the more you can soothe and calm your energy before it manifests, the better off you are. And that's always the case. That's always the case in life. But I do feel like there's unresolved feelings here, or like something that's unresolved that still needs a healing. And it's like trying to make peace with yourself when you feel at war with yourself at times. And I feel it's so interesting because I feel a lot of frustration around this too, because I feel like you are manifesting from a peaceful place, but yet you keep coming up against like challenges or battles, and it feels frustrating to me, Virgo. And because like I feel like the majority of your energy is in this more peaceful place, but see, there is this part of you that does fixate on worrisome thought or things that could go wrong, or maybe things that have gone wrong, and that's what trips you up. This right here, this devil energy. So let's go further and see. You're never going to be in a life without any challenges, because challenges is what keeps us desiring for improvement, and we're here to grow, evolve, and improve, right? But you can mitigate the problems that you may face by learning how to de-escalate your own emotions, like to focus your mind, right? So like the ride of life is always gonna present you challenges, and you want it to, right? We think we want these lives of like nothing but peace, happy, and joy, but you'd just be so bored to death. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. Nor would you understand true happiness unless you experience something that was the opposite of it, the law of duality, right? So it's like, you don't want to steer away or have this fantasy that there's never going to be any challenges. However, the challenges could be much more minor, right? They could be here today, gone tomorrow type of challenges, as opposed to like lingering issues. And it's just all about mitigating that connection between your mind, your body, your heart, your soul. It's the holy trine, right? Becoming more in tune, becoming more in alignment. And I feel that this next phase of your life is going to bring more of that, right? Ability It's like you're getting stronger in your ability to handle things because you're getting stronger in your ability to handle yourself. Wow. So, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Wands. So this is beautiful. So Virgo, it is about standing on your own 2 feet. And I love this 9 of Pentacles because this is somebody who knows their worth, right? This is also the card of freedom and independence. But there's something that you're holding on to. Something from the past. You're holding on to a past mistake. No such thing as a mistake. No such thing. You need to I hate to tell people what to do, but the encouragement is to let yourself off the hook. There's no such thing as mistakes, right? And to look back to your past with any form of regret is way out of alignment. Because regret is the feeling you have when you think that something should have been different than it was. And Source, your higher self, will never agree with you on that, because there is a purpose and a reason for everything, whether you can see that in the now moment or not. So it will always feel bad because you're deviating from what your higher self knows to be true, which is everything happens for a purpose in divine timing, and in your timing you will be able to see the why in that. But I feel you are getting glimpses, Virgo, and I feel like you have a higher understanding of this, and I feel like I'm almost kind of preaching to the choir. I feel like I got some high flying, high vibing Virgos watching me right now. But you should be proud of your past. You know what I mean? Because it's made you who you are. And I feel like attracts like. You are very likely to attract other people that understand you or understand your past. And it creates a stronger bond, okay? And I do feel like relationships being, again, very important here. There's a very strong bond showing up here, whether that be in a friend or a partner or like others in general, because you had group activities here being highlighted. But it's like, it also feels like a sense of belonging coming through as well. So it's like, oh, it's beautiful. It's like, holding on to your past, but only the parts that grew you. I have another song in my head. It's called Stay Woke. Actually, I don't know if that's the name of the song. Stay woke. Mm-hmm. Wow, okay, so I could sit here and like stare at this card all day, or we can get to the reading. Let's get some guidance, and then let's go to the love portion of the reading and expand on this a little bit further. So, what is the guidance for Virgo? Whoa, did you guys see that? Did you see that? It was like a balancing act. I couldn't get the card. It was like floating above my hand. Okay. Oh my gosh, I literally just said like attracts like, and this card says that of which is like unto itself shall be drawn. Everything that you perceive is vibration, and the life you're living is your vibrational interpretation. The powerful law of attraction is at the root of everything you experience. And the never-changing, always accurate premise of this law is that which is like unto itself is drawn. When you give thoughts to something, you begin the attraction process of the essence of that subject into your life experience. Once you have activated a thought, vibration within yourself by giving attention to the subject, the progression of expansion occurs. There's no law more powerful to understand than the law of attraction, Virgo, because if you understand that premise, then you understand life, right? And so I feel like attracts like, and I feel like you are attracting and have attracted. And this was always true. Even if you attracted something unwanted, it still had some sort of match to the vibration. It had a purpose. It had a divine meaning. And everything that comes to your door, so to speak, is a part of you and your life experience. And you should wish it well and welcome it in and let it leave peacefully. And that should be for everything in your life, Virgo. So let's get into the love portion of the reading and see where we are headed. I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. All right, Virgo, now we're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get started. So, Virgo, let's see what we have coming through for you. Now, this is funny to me. Okay, you have Aquarius and Pisces energy. You could be connecting with either of those signs, have it in your chart, or just it'd be the influencing vibes. What I was going to say was crazy is I do this little thing before this is how I decide, well, I don't know. This is how sometimes I decide which sign I want to read for next. I'll shuffle my cards, and whatever zodiac sign pops out is the one that I will do the reading for today. Sometimes I feel more drawn to one sign than the other, but if I can't decide, I'll let the cards decide. And I did that today where I wasn't really sure which zodiac sign I wanted to do the reading for, and so I shuffled my cards, and I had two cards come out, and it was Virgo and Pisces. And then Virgo, your card popped out first, so that's why I decided to do yours. But then I think it's just so funny that here I am now doing your reading, and the card that pops out is Pisces. So some of you are connecting with Pisces or have that in your chart somewhere. But again, I have Aquarian energy here too, or it's just the influencing vibes. But it's a very emotional, imaginative, compassion-driven type of energy, very in tune, very in touch. And yet paired with the Aquarian energy, it's about soul searching. It's about your learning curve. It's about digging deep and thinking outside of the box at the same time. This is like a power trine right here, and it's a really powerful energy to start the reading with. So let's see. Whoa, come on. So I'm going to read these, but that's not what I wanted. I didn't want all these to come out. Some of you had some sort of disruption here that felt pretty intense, that maybe put you in a state of isolation or hurt feelings. And I do feel you are healing from that during this time frame, all right? May or may not be related to this connection. All right, but let's try again. What is Virgo's overall energy? This one. You have the card of Beyond the Illusion, and the person they're connecting with has the Miser. So I feel like right now you're seeing the bigger picture, Virgo, or you're getting a glimpse of that. And I felt that in the spiritual portion of the reading too. It's like seeing beyond the facade, beyond the illusion. This person is in this energy of being quite closed off, right? Sometimes the Miser can be a little bit stingy with their time and their energy, so not the best vibe, you know, but that's what I'm feeling. So Let's go into what led up to the now moment. We're going to look at the recent past, how you both see each other in the now moment, how you both feel underneath it all, and the big spiritual picture. So let's see, Virgo, recent past energy. Stay woke. Ooh, that's so funny. I got that lyric from that song, Stay Woke, and you got the card of Beyond the Illusion. Just saying. Coincidence? I think not. Okay. All right, so you have the Magician here. Recent past for my Virgos. Justice and the Ace of Swords. I feel there's been, okay, I'll get to it in a minute. I feel like you have a hard time. I feel like I just gotta get this out. The first thing I heard was difficulty understanding someone. Okay, that seems to be an issue here. Whether that's you feeling difficult to this person or vice versa, they feel difficult for you to understand. And yet, here's the Ace of Cups. Here's this Ace of Swords. Here's this desire to understand, though. I feel like there is love here, and there is, when there's love, sorry, I just got a random song. Love can grow mountains. What I was gonna say is, like, when there's love involved, that's when true growth can occur. Because love will have you holding on to or exploring new things or putting up with things that you thought you'd never do. Now hear me out. Some people don't think that's a positive thing. But when you really love someone, whether it be a family member, a friend, or a lover, that love will propel you to try and understand others better, as well as yourself. It'll have you trying to solve problems and find compromises where you would usually give up. It will have you opening yourself up to new things as opposed to shutting down. Like, love, as annoying as it can be sometimes, is the main motivator and the main reason why anyone changes. The power of love. So I guess, like, no matter how much frustration is going on or how much frustration there is here, there is that powerful, all-consuming love. And there's a reason for that, right? So, holy cow. It's going to be interesting. I feel like what you've been wanting to manifest is more peace in your emotions and your love life and your life in general. More well thought out actions. There's that well thought out energy again. And like more openness, okay? There it is. Love can build a bridge. That's the song. Love can build a bridge. Is that the Judds? I'm sorry, I had to sing it out loud. I think that's the Judds. Love can build a bridge. All right. This person's recent past is the Emperor, the Judgment, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Sun. So this person has been in a difficult position where they have needed to make decisions here. And I feel like some of their decision making is coming from a space of ego, which is a little bit of a caution for this person. Also a space or a desire to be right as well showing up. I feel like this person is kind of like plugging away and really thinking deeply as well. And they want to be happy, you know, but I feel like their energy is closed off. So they're not really letting it in the way it could come in if they were just a little bit more open in their energy. So let's go into the now. And hold on a second. gonna grab a drink of my water. Oh my God. Why is water so good? You know what I mean? It's delicious. Okay, anyways. How does Virgo see this person? King of Swords. The Empress. The High Priestess. And the Hangman. Okay, the first thing I got, which makes no sense because it's not at all related to the cards, but I'm going to say it, is that the cause of your concern. This person may be the cause of your concern, or you, they, or both. But at the same time, such positive outlook here. At the same time, it's like you see growth and development with this person. You feel intuitively connected with this person. They kind of help you to see life in a different way, Virgo, as do you. You know what I mean? Like this person will have you thinking about things in a way that you wouldn't ever think about them that way. And it's really expanding your mind and therefore expanding your experience and therefore expanding your life. And I heard extending your life because you know the more interest and desire you have for life, the longer your life is. Think about that. Anyways, so it's like because I don't know why I said that. For some reason, there's a message also coming through about life expectancy. And it's like, well, how long do you expect to live? You get what you expect. And that's true of all things. And for some reason, we don't want to take our life and our health and all of that into account when it comes to law of attraction. The law of attraction applies to all things, not just some things. So I don't know if I have some Virgos who've been thinking about life and longevity and the life expectancy. What do you expect? Because what you expect is what you get. Why not expect a long, happy, loving life full of interest and energy? But who allows themselves to do that? Some people would even call you delusional if you thought like that about aging, which is crazy because they're the delusional ones, so worried about their body falling apart and illnesses that you can't not age when you're constantly worrying about aging. And it's so hard not to because society shoves it in your face anytime you open your phone or get online. You know, we're comparing ages, filters, makeup, surgeries, blah, blah, blah. There's pharmaceutical commercials. It's almost impossible. But FYI, and this is totally unrelated to this connection, but I feel like I'm channeling it for a reason. There's this tip from Spirit about imagine yourself as you want at each age and hold to that image and then watch what happens. Okay, so anyways, when it comes to how you see this person, I feel like you think a lot about them and you think highly of them for the most part. Okay, you may see this person as someone who's quite caring, who's quite intuitive, who sees life just, I don't know, in a different way, and you like it. So let's see this person, how they see you. The Five of Wands, the Wheel, Queen of Pentacles, the Magician. So, oh, wow. Virgo, I feel like this person is a bit of like at odds with themselves, you know. It's like on one hand, they feel like a lack of drive, okay? But on the other hand, they strive for something better and they know that that's going to require work and maybe require change. And yet they kind of hold to what they know because that's what they know. And it makes them a little bit closed off and a little bit difficult to change. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a fixed sign that you're dealing with. But it's like they're wanting to manifest something better for themselves or better for the connection. Sometimes this person feels like you, Virgo, are lucky to have them. Well, that's kind of egotistical, but like, or they could feel like, you know, they are lucky to have you. It could go both ways, and it may. But at the same time, they feel at odds about something here. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the emotional space and go a bit deeper. How does Virgo feel underneath it all? Three of Cups. You want to see things come together because that's what would make you happy, but you're so afraid that it's not going to. It's ridiculous. And it's like you need to move away from the fear. You need to move away from the entertaining the fearful and worrisome thoughts, okay? Because that's kind of blocking your blessings a little bit here. And I feel you're aware of it, but it's just hard to break bad habits. You know what I mean? Like you're such an analytical sign, and be like, well, how do I turn my brain off? Because that's the only way it's going to happen, Dana. So it's like, you don't have to never think worrisome thoughts. Just don't let it be the majority of your thoughts, right? Trend in a more positive direction. And when you catch yourself going to the worrisome state, and you'll catch yourself because you'll feel it as tension, anxiety, etc., then recognize that and do your best to push away from that thought. I feel like, yeah, you know, let's see how this person is feeling underneath it all towards Virgo, the High Priestess. Strength card, Three of Swords. Love can build a bridge. Another song again. Yeah, this connection is producing anxiety or stress or both in this person as well. Like, I feel they feel a very strong intuitive connection with you, but yet there's pain here, yet there is worry, there is stress, and it puts this person at odds. And it feels like they're at odds with you, but actually they are at odds with themselves. So there's something within this person that they're needing to heal or resolve, that they're holding on to, that creates this type of energy in the connection, right? And I feel you feel this, and I feel like to some degree you you understand this, but I also heard you entertain this. You entertain this. There's something also too about a thought you're entertaining that doesn't serve you. And how do you know if a thought you're entertaining doesn't serve you? It produces negative results every time you go there. But you know, it's like, how many times you got to put your hand on the hot stove to figure out that hurts? You know what I mean? Like, as human beings, for eternity, I mean, like, I know all this great stuff about law of attraction, and I practice it all the time, and have practiced it for years, and I still catch myself thinking thoughts that hurt me. And I know I'm doing it to myself. Why do we do this? I don't know. It's part of our programming. So I can't even say you're going to get to the day where you absolutely never do it, but you can get to the day where you don't take it so seriously and you know how to mitigate it and move away from it, which is what your spiritual reading was about. So anyways, let's see where this is headed. What is the outcome? Or possible outcome, I should say. The Hierophant, the King of Cups. Man, I just be throwing cards and catching them. I'm like an acrobat over here. Okay. Didn't feel that one. There it is. Okay, so you have the Four of Pentacles, the World. Oh, there's that Five of Wands. So you're holding on to some grievances as well, Virgo, that you need to get over or heal or do something about. And I felt that in the spiritual reading as well. But I feel like you're being called to this higher version of yourself. And you know that you have a higher purpose or a higher calling. But sometimes you resist, okay, that calling, so to speak, for something that you're stuck on. or something that is stuck on you energetically, and it puts you at odds with yourself, but also with this person, but also, you know, just like in general. And you're getting better though at listening to your intuition and following your higher guidance. So I want to say, like, way kudos to you. But there is still something that you're holding on to that doesn't serve you. And I feel like we've already talked about what that is, but I also feel you overcoming it in this time frame, which is like, yay. So let's see what's going on with this person. Ace of Pentacles. I just realized I did the the ups. I don't know what those are called. The woot woots. I'm like your little cheerleader over here, Virgo. Like, look at me. 5 of Cups. What's this? 4 of Cups. See, when things get too emotional, this person just wants to shut down and detach. You know what I mean? And this comes off, I feel, as very closed off energy, as if this person is like being egotistical even, or stingy or whatever. But in reality, what's actually happening underneath the surface is like this person is feeling overwhelmed and they just go into detach mode or shut off mode, or they just, it's like escapism sort of, but I feel like it's also so that this person can like gather their emotions, especially if there's something they're struggling with, which they are. You know, it just gets too much. But at the same time, no matter what this person is going through, Virgo, I feel they are committed to you, or committed to the connection, or they're just, there's a thing. I can't get my words out. Okay, that's the message. I was going to clarify it, but nothing else came clarifying. There's a sense of loyalty here. Okay, so let me get that part out at least. Despite what this person is going through, or despite what you're going through, either one of you or both of you feel a sense of loyalty to the connection regardless. But you know, that's actually helping you to grow, right? And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, is that sometimes, you know, love is the glue that binds you to a situation that ultimately helps your growth, even if it doesn't feel that way at the moment, you know what I mean? And so love can build a bridge. It'll have you trying when you usually would give up. And so there's growth here, and there's expansion, and it's actually quite beautiful. So let's see what the guidance is for Virgo and their cross watcher. What is the guidance? Our diversity supports our freedom. While your society continues to try to dictate and enforce human behavior to please the majority, because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls of its economic weight. There simply is not enough money in the world to buck the natural current of individual freedom and independent thought. So this card is also talking about the fact that you are different or diverse from anyone you connect with, and this person you're connecting with is actually helpful to your experience, not a hindrance. Because if everybody was exactly like you, or exactly like how you wanted them to be, there would be no room for growth. And without growth, there is not life. And so it's all part of the big circle of life, Virgo. So, wow, we're going to leave it there. Awesome reading. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Aquarius here, Pisces, Aries, Pisces again, Leo energy, Leo again, Aries energy, Leo again, Taurus energy, Libra. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. All of it linked in the description box, as well as the About section, where you can also find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, wishing you the very, very, very best, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.